All right, now it is December 22nd. Welcome back to the show. You all already know. If you don't know, we've been honoring the one and only NFL champion, Willie Davis of the Green Bay Packers. And December 21st has been coined Willie Davis Day. So we will get a recap today when his baby sister gets online, the one and only Crystal Davis. But in the beginning, or I want to share, if this is your first time tuning in, I've been sharing information from Chat GPT because I've been doing a little research myself, and we are in the era of technology. So let me share with you what I have learned about Willie Davis as a social activist. And before I do that, I have a video. Let's check this out.
In 1960, a black man in Green Bay looked as out of place as Little Richard on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. But in a 10-year career, Willie Davis took his place as one of the great defensive ends in pro football history. He was the war eagle of the Packer defense, swooping in with wings extended and talons bared. There was no escaping Willie Davis, for this bird of prey flew across a football field.
When he was a very small player by today's standards, but gosh, what a competitor. And he got more done, I think, with what he had to offer than anybody I know of.
One of the smaller defensive ends in the league. And I always thought I could block him because he was just too small. But what I found was that he was very aggressive in chasing the plays.
Defense, you kind of play with frenzy. You play it with excitement. It was much more exciting to me to be on the attack.
I can't ever remember a football game that he played in where I didn't think Willie Davis played absolutely the best he could possibly play that day.
Davis's fierce determination was born against the Philadelphia Eagles. In the fourth quarter, the man Vince Lombardi said would run across a minefield to make a tackle, hit a tripwire, and title hopes exploded.
I felt that we played maybe cautious, and maybe we were just happy to be there. What I remember most about that ball game is on a play that ultimately turned out to be the big play. And it was a sweep away from me. I chased the play, but I was concerned that maybe I was going to overrun the play and it was going to cut back. And I was kind of like the trail man. As it turned out, all the blocking got wiped out. He turned the corner and went about 30 yards on a third down situation. And I tell you, I lived with that play the entire offseason. And I said, never again in my life would I not make a play that I know in my heart or that I feel that I was supposed to make.
Willie Davis's vow echoed in stadiums and across championship fields that resembled backdrops for the Hound of the Baskervilles. It was here that a Packer defense whose principles were carved in stone became as solid and lasting as Stonehenge. And always there was Willie chasing Unitas in the fog and causing the $1 million fumble. Slogging through the mud to sack the Browns' Frank Ryan in the 1965 championship. Ignoring frostbite in the chilling championship of 1967.
Of all the defensive ends that I had to look at, I mean, he put as much fear in me because of what he could do and his abilities as any defensive end that I had to face. I mean, you didn't block him.
In In Super Bowl I, he punctured the famous floating pass pocket of the Chiefs' Len Dawson. And in Super Bowl II, Davis' ferocious charge shoved the street fighters in silver and black into back alleys.
I would like to be remembered in Green Bay as a guy who gave his all. Whenever I had a chance to walk on the field and play, that I played with a certain desire and a certain determination.
Willie Davis is the finest combination of leader and player that I ever saw to this day.
Willie Davis was a leader in Green Bay, Wisconsin, for the Blacks and for the Green Bay Packers on defense. He did the job.
I'd just like to say that it's been a great time for me the last 10 years playing here for the Green Bay Packers. I'm surely indebted to my teammates, the Packer organization, but most of all, to you, the fan. I would just like to say it's been more than a game. It's been a way of life. Thank you.
Awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely. You just got to love that. And it's really extraordinary to be able to find, such great information and videos. They did a phenomenal job, conclusive interviews, and maybe it's not tons and tons, of course, like in today's age, but that was really wholesome and full. Absolutely. So, and now that we're in this technology, the time frame, this era, as if you will, I'm going to showcase a little bit. It's not that long. This information, absolutely, as we prepare to hear about the day of Willie Davis, December 21st, from his baby sister, Crystal Davis. Let me take you on here to this presentation, and it will be pretty quick. So as you see, here is an itinerary that was shared. And let me check to see if you can see that. Absolutely. And so with that in mind, note that, yes, it was hosted by Family Love Festival, the 20th through the 22nd, which is today, the 22nd. Note that, yes, this was the itinerary, December 20th. You see, there was a plethora of activities before today. So I want to talk about today, and Crystal will recap when she gets here. But just today, December 22nd, shares sports skills and drills. That's what today is coined. And about a breakfast. And I think they have just a plethora of good things that's planned for today. So that's really neat. So today we honor the legacy of an NFL legend who was more than just a champion on the field. He was a champion for change. Willie Davis, Hall of Famer and Green Bay Packers icon, didn't just make history in football, he reshaped it in society. Born in rural Louisiana during the era of segregation, Davis overcame adversity through grit, determination, and talent. As one of the first African-American NFL superstars, he broke barriers, earning 5 NFL championships and 2 Super Bowl titles. But his true victory was off the field, where he became a social activist, businessman, and role model for generations. Davis believed in education and economic empowerment. He earned his MBA from the University of Chicago while playing football, proof that success doesn't end with sports. After retiring, he became a trailblazer in business, serving on corporate boards and mentoring young entrepreneurs, especially in underserved communities. Willie Davis stood up for equality and opportunity, using his platform to uplift others. He showed us that greatness is not only measured in wins, but in the impact we leave behind. A quote by Willie Davis: "Success isn't what you get out of life, but what you leave behind." Let's honor Willie Davis's legacy by continuing his fight for education, economic empowerment, and equality. Stand up, speak out, and carry the torch forward. This message is brought to you by those who believe in building legacies that last. Absolutely. And without further ado, let to bring this one and only baby sister who's been doing a plethora of events, expending a plethora of energy. And the dynamic Crystal Davis is on her way. How about this? Absolutely. That's what she thinks of her brother all day, every day. How
It
are you
was.
today?
Say what you say now. What? What you
Amen.
talking about, girl? What you talking about?
Absolutely. You exude so much love for your brother, and it's really commendable how you have held the torch forward for so many years, and definitely just a networking queen and informative and motivational. Absolutely. And I'm sure has inspired many more people to get in the groove of edifying other people. So kudos to you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. I've inspired others to get into the groove. I heard that
Of
groove, groove.
edifying other people. Absolutely. And especially absolutely your pianist and a singer.
Well, that seems to be my life work, and I get such an excitement and such a high, a nervousness, really, sometimes, even listening to you and presenting this show that you just did. I was sitting here in the standby room on standby getting so nervous. I'm like, look at this. That's the best video. That's the one we first played when we first honored Willie. I think it was in 2017 or 18. That was the
Mm,
first video we played. That's the one that fired me up. When I
got you.
heard all of those accolades that those men, Lynn, I think it was Lynn Dawson or Lynn, and then the other guy, Paul Homer, and then Bart Starr and Bill Curry, all of them. I reached out to Bill Curry and
Mm,
reached out to his other friend. Um, oh my goodness, I almost said it, his name. But anyway, he was very close friends. They were roommates and everything. So I
mm,
reached out to them, hadn't heard from them, hadn't heard anything back. So
mhm,
the thing is, that was very exciting to me. That is what really supercharged me to honor my brother when I heard all of those accolades. I mean, I saw him, as I said, from the time I was 10 until the time he left in 2020, uh, grow before my eyes. So I saw what he did in the community and in the family, and. But to
mhm,
hear from those players and then to see him on the field, it was like a whole enlightening moment about my brother. And I don't
mhm,
know if any of my other family members even recognize this, because not necessarily did I share it, but I will be sharing this as to letting them know why I had to do this. Because in
mhm,
looking at our economy and our Black American and our men, it's like, y'all are not rating up to this brother. You are not rating up to this standard of life and living. We're not rating up to it. And it's like, just stop it.
mhm,
You understand? And what do we
mhm,
need to do? We need to stop, look, listen to the voice of wisdom that speaks and cries out from the underserved communities, because they know what they need. They know what they're missing. They're missing their daddies, their men, their husbands. They're missing their brothers and their uncles. They know what they
mhm,
need. They're missing their love. They're missing their breakfast, their lunch, their dinner, their
mhm,
afternoon snack. They're missing it.
mhm,
So we know why, we know when, we know who, we know where. All the information is out. Nothing is hidden. 2024, December 22nd. God rest his soul. Sonny Hilliard Lee Wells, my husband that left here in 2021. So we know that life hasn't been, a hunk of dory for everybody, but life has been what it is. And we
Mm,
make it, we take it, we choose, we use, we lose, we win, we do this thing, give and take. But right now, it's a win-win, okay?
amen.
it's a it's a real win-win when I see from both ends, huh, from
Mhm.
side to side, and how many sides
Nice.
see it. Oh, baby, you live it. You realize you are it. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. So we've already made it to where we're going to be. We're here. Now make the best of it. Attract everything you need and continue to flow and move about because you are not restricted to what you say your eyes right here can see or where your hands can touch. You're not restricted. Your purpose will take you all over this world. That's the win-win. But no, you're already here. You don't have to go nowhere else and do anything. You've made it. You don't have to go and get another degree and study another nothing. You've made it. Just study yourself right now. What caused you to get here? What made you you? How did you get here? You. Look at where you are. Look at what you have. Take, what do they say, the examination of yourself and the things that you have accomplished and amassed in your life. What is it worth to you? Now, what can you go and do with it right now to bring you greater satisfaction in the spirit of rejoicing exuberantly because you made it again? Ooh, I touched that. What do we say? Everything she touches turns to gold. It's the golden era, baby. The golden 87. That was the number of Willie Davis. Number 87 on the football field, defensive end, Green Bay Packers. And I love that number.
Absolutely.
You know, you can do a lot of things with that number. But the bottom line, it is what it is. It was what he wore, and a few others have worn it. And but he's made the most, captivating visuals out of it. Okay, and so we're looking forward to taking this thing higher within ourselves. See, the highness becomes within you when you take a deep breath and hold it in,
Hmm.
and you let it out. You allow your spirit to go higher, and even your brain power goes higher just by you taking a deep breath, holding it in for about 10 seconds, and then letting it out. Slowly, you just become a, ooh, 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 praise the Lord. You hear me? These are the things I do. This is how I've lived my life. This is why I am who I am and like I am, because people can't always get with me. It's called the flow that I know. I've got to go with the flow. It's the only thing I know. hmm But anyway, that's how I'm gonna do this. Hallelujah. It's your house. Since I comes down, sing glory, glory. Hallelujah. Oh, since I laid my burdens down. It is a little bit in the 6 o'clock hour here in the AM in the lobby of this beautiful place here in Westwood, California. I just that here since I'm here today in California. You know, I've been in Vegas ever since we started this show back in early part of December, and I finally made it to California. Do you know how that was a job just to get here?
Amen.
It took 3 weeks almost of me seeking to be here from the breakfast December the 6th that I couldn't get to because you got to take care of business. Sometimes you have to make sure the crew and the team is there and they're well. And you say, well, the captain doesn't have enough provisions yet to go forth, so I'll stay here and stay behind right now. Y'all handle it. And they did just that. And the captain on that other side that in California, that captain handled it. Thank you, Captain Higginbotham.
Amen.
So here we are today. I finally made it. When did I make it in? I made it on the 20th.
Okay, absolutely.
It on the day of.
Wow.
I missed the 9 a.m. at Edward Vincent Park, but I made the 4 p.m. in Lamar Park at the Fernando Pullum Performing Arts Center. Yes, I did. I was there, praise the Lord. And I was actually ahead of the time because I was, yeah. So I'm thankful because, there are people that are on this team that are committed, such as yourself, Nichelle. This is one thing. We started this team together, and Bobby Buck and Lady Alicia and all the others that have been a part of our network with this filming and television production and going here and there, capturing the story. We've done great and excellent work, and I'm so thankful and I'm so very proud to be a part of this team. And so the team has now grown to the community outreach um, team with our veteran team leader, Charles Lewis, and his wife, pastor and chaplain Vereen Lewis, and they have been just outstanding, shining, sparkling throughout this whole process, coordinating it, stepping up, and just bringing all the things that they have. Because she says, Crystal, I love to go camping. That's one family that camps. And so they have all the camping amenities. So they brought their camping gear out to Edward Vincent Park, and they cooked the breakfast there, and they served those who came. And Lorenzo, our wonderful editorial brother out there in the streets, our roving reporter getting it done, our television producer for this project, he was there, he captured that. And then we had simultaneously going on in Compton, the chess tournament, the youth chess tournament. And I'm so thankful that, I told them, we don't cancel. We don't go back. We don't retreat on these type things. We don't change our dates. I don't care what the circumstance is. At this point and at this end game, you don't change the end game, baby, unless you're out. If you're out, then it's over. That's your end. But we were not out. We were in, all in the mix. Had pushed through the middle, and now we'll come to the end, and you think we're going to give up and say we got to push till next year because we don't have some money? The devil is a liar when he comes to put these things in our spirit and put fear in us because we don't see it in our physical hands or pockets or accounts. That's what I've learned through my times of being in underserved communities, living the underserved life with a high profile mindset. This is what I've learned and perceived. It doesn't matter how much money I've had or you have. You got to do the job that is set before you, especially if you open up your mouth to say it. And that's what I did. And that's what happened. The Most High Yah backed us up. So the money's still ain't all there. But I tell you, they're there when we need them. And that's the bottom line. So I say, anybody that I owe money, you come meet me tonight in Lamar Park. If I owe you $1 bill, if I owe you $100 bill, or even higher. I don't know if that had a melody to it. Yeah, if I owe you $1 bill, if I owe you $100 or even higher, come see me too. Well, not actually tonight, but this evening, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. in the Mert on the corner of 43rd and Degnan. Degnan. Y'all know if you're from LA, Degnan Boulevard. We're going to be at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. So what you know about that? So see, look at here. That's what this thing is about to me. It's a race. And the race is not given to the swift, nor is it the battle to the strongest, but it's unto he that endureth to the end. So you got to just have enough strength to make it to the end. That's where that determination and that leadership come in. That strength, baby, from the inner core and from the inner man, the spirit of the Most High Yah give me strength. It don't matter if I got $1 in my pocket or need one. I am still that empowered woman. I'm still that mother that empowers women and men to do your best, baby.
Go to work, go to work. Absolutely. Well, I do want to before I ask you a question, want to go back to when you were sharing about people not having to go back to school or get
Right.
certifications and so forth. And you look about learning about yourself, just projecting about what you know about yourself. But definitely, you also learn about yourself when you do attend classes and courses. And not only because I have an educational background, but I do love school. So I know some other people that do enjoy learning and like the motto, like your brother may have as well. Every day is a new day for learning. And it's something about challenging yourself when you are in an environment to learn something new. So actually, that's a time to learn about yourself too, because you do learn about more of your method of operations, and you become a leader in that capacity as well. So I just want to tap into that. Mhm.
Okay, go ahead, girl. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And then the question that I have for you is, as we conclude this
Is this
podcast
piano too
shortly,
loud?
no, no, but as we conclude this podcast shortly, just to know, what has it been like to edify your brother over the past couple of weeks, especially if you could start with yesterday, being that it was Willie Davis Day.
What it has been like for the past 3 weeks or so, gearing up to this. It has been it's like very passionate in the sense of ownership. I was passionate. I was not going to let nobody take this away from me in any capacity that I saw that was taking me outside of me and my brother, and putting too much emphasis on something else that was not about that at this time. Everything has to be in its place with me. I know people look at me, they don't see order, they don't see certain things, and that's understandable. We don't have structure. Me and my family, we realize that. So, but we look at Willie Davis and we see the opposite. We see structure, we see order, we see all the things that we aspire to be. But we also see other things. We see the creativity in us. We see the power of people and the power of really getting a message and a thing done and drawing people. That's what my family, we really do. Meaning me and my children and my grandchildren, we're very, I almost want to say animated, but we're very powerful in our creativity. That's a zone right there that I know that's our ministry and that's how we serve. And as you know, my children, you know my family, you know how powerful they are. You know how high they are in their levels of music and how high they reach. They're at the top and they can't help it because who's their mama? And who's their daddy? And who's their uncle? So this is what this has done. It has brought us together in the realness because I reached out to a few cousins and reached out, and my children, responded differently, but they became like, okay, mom, we see it. So now this show here, this day, yesterday, all of this is culminating into family love and togetherness. We must lay aside our weights and our differences and our issues and past issues, as I said, call a truce. It's over. And let's do the things differently that we know to do, acting from ourselves as creative artists and beings. I don't want to see any more, I don't know what to call it, staunch people that's so, it's like a board, you're so stiff, you can't bend, and if you do, you might break. Well, we coming to break some yokes because we don't need to be all, so stuck up and can't nothing come through you in ordinary, because some things are not ordinary. Some things are inordinary, if that's making any sense to you or me. But in other words, it's unorthodox, as Lorenzo put it. And what God gives us is not all written in the book. You take from the book and then you see the action of faith in us moving from the book, the knowledge. Now you implement it. I'm an implementer. I don't need to be sitting up reading and hearing all day. Just give me the facts and I'm gone. You understand me? That's me. I got to get there. I'm almost maybe that bunny rabbit got to get there. Hurry up. And you might pass me up. I'm sitting under the tree saying, Lord, what is it? But he said, look, you just go. And as you get there, and as you go, he said, as they were sent, as they go, just flow, just go. If he don't say no, and I told the people, I didn't hear God say no. So that means I can go until I can't go no more. And I'm still going. Glory to the Most High. So y'all go here. I'll talk about Willie Davis because we're doing a stream from Brazil. We got the Feeling on the 5th stream, and I know I sent out the link early, and it was the wrong link. It was the same link, but it's changed. But anyway, so I've sent out the new link. You'll see it. But it's the Willie Davis Day weekend, and it's the culmination, and we're streaming through Gerald Higginbotham's Captain's Millionaires Network. And thank you, dear. And we will be going live there 4 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. PST, live out of the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. We'll be playing the piano and singing and speaking, and you'll be hearing it and seeing it right there live in the living color. We'll be having welcoming words from Nelson Mandela's granddaughter, as she did for the Feeling on the 5th project that started December 5th. So this is also a culmination of what they started on the 5th. We now partnered and we're doing this. So we're closing gaps here, y'all. We're closing gaps from Brazil to where we are here in LA, California, and Westwood, all around. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled because this is epic. This is epic. This is major. This is historical. This is monumental. It's never been done from the White House to the what we call it, to the crack house. It ain't never been done like this. And I said it. You said it. You hear it. I said it. Now, glory to the Most High for Willie Davis, because it means a lot to me. He opened things for me as well as he opened for you and everybody else. You heard the man say it. What you say right there? Oh, okay, she got the whole little thing up. Thank you, sister. So this is very tremendous. This is very exciting for me because never have I reached these bounds in all of my actions. We had the world-renowned KJLH radio announcer, Roland Bynum, there at the Fernando Pullen Performing Arts Center. We had Mr. Fernando Pullen there. and he's the director and the music. Oh, it was just phenomenal. It was awesome. We had the Soul Vibers there singing. My son Jared was there. It was just awesome. It was just wonderful. Our
Wow.
veterans were there, Charles Lewis, Burr Lewis, and our sister Angela Renee Jackson was there with her Roots and Vines Wine Company. It's a female, all female owned wine company out of South Africa. This is South African made wine. Okay, these women have been making wine in South Africa since the ages of time. And now they have their own winery. They make their own wine now. So all I'm saying
Right.
right here to y'all is y'all better get with this right here because this is it. This is as high as it goes and it gets for us coming out of America, talking about Black of America. This is it. This is the train. This is the plane. This is the bus. This is the car. This is it. Guarantee you. Say it to me. Don't say let's say no more, but this is it. Glory to the Most High. Yeah.
Let's
Thank
say this too, because we need many silos working together because there's people like you said, that get with your MO, get with other people MO, but definitely, yeah, is
no,
one
this
we
is
need
to
to
come
say.
together because we bringing them all. Let me tell you something. I touched on so many people and so many generations and so many levels of corporate spot. Girl, I touched for millionaires, billionaires, all the you don't have no idea what we touched through this Willie Davis project. That's what I'm saying. Game over, baby. Crystal got this. Willie Davis gave me the torch and the towel. I'm not fumbling. I ain't playing, doing nothing. We done got the goal. We run this thing. It's done. It's done. The Lord has
Okay,
given
we
us the
will.
package. That's all
Yes.
I'm saying. Everybody, you ain't got to say no more. Holla. The Performing
Uh-uh.
Arts Center is happening tonight. We're singing, we're performing, we're giving the message 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're going live on the 5th of those who cannot get there. But I'm welcoming because we do have a sponsor that will be paying all those who didn't get all of their funds. So from what we did in the chess tournament, we're thankful that the children got all of their trophies. But there's some funds, some monies we owe those children. That's what I'm saying. This ain't over. So tonight when we go there, we're doing a telethon. So not only are we going to tell it, but we're going to tell what we need, and we're going to ask that you all respond favorably because we want to make sure those children, I think they need about 650 in cash to complete their cash donations. And then for the band, I think they need a couple of $100 to complete what they wanted. And then tonight, what do we have? Okay, we've got the theater costs and some things, which is very minimal. I'm thankful for Tim Morganfield. I called it last minute. You know, that's how the Lord uses me. Y'all just have to deal with it because the Lord has dealt with me favorably. When it's time to move, it don't take all day. It don't take all month. This is what he got. This is what he has put together. So this is where I'm excited because the Lord has given me favor. I've been around this camp long enough. When people do see me coming with something and they know that I'm asking, they don't even hesitate. And that's what I'm thankful for because I don't come around asking all the time. I come asking when it's needful. And I'm asking also for another young lady out of Houston, Texas. She need a car. She said $500, Miss Crystal. And I've been working with her for over a year. She did finally get a car. And finally something happened to that one. I should say finally, but something happened to that one. Because, you know, you can't always afford the top of the line. You might get a little clunker until you can clonk around and then that'll clonk out and then you get something else. So this is what we do. And this is how I've been. And, you know, I don't generally ask because I'm not in this place, but I'm asking, I'm letting y'all know this is how we do in the community of underserved. We help each other. It's the old
Amen.
school. What I got,
This is
you got, we serve. So that's what I'm saying.
Lord Jesus.
Thank you, go to workers. You know, I get excited and the sun is rising over here. The least
Absolutely, but I'm
bright
not
is
gonna.
coming. I know
Yeah,
you
I
got to go.
can't.
Talk to you later. Peace, love.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless. Yeah, so please note everybody that the piece that I would like to share is that yes, we are very appreciative. We being, many people that are social activists, people that are community advocates, that we do know that we have to work together and it's no one all catch all because there's so much to do, even from the air, if we will, government, EPA level to Skid Row level. Absolutely. So there's a plethora of things that need to be done. There are so many caveats, so many facets in communities worldwide. And just to think about the purposes, yes, that's one thing. To think about the causes and the roots of why there's so much passion for so many different things and why there is a need to support people in many layers, not just one layer. And we know monetarily wise it helps a plethora of things, but at the same time there's that portion where we have to research and assess, and we definitely have to cultivate what we are presenting and the things that we need. Absolutely. So please remember that, yes, if you're somebody that has something that you want to share, you would like to be a guest on the show too, everybody is appreciated for all the work that you do, and it's a team effort, it's a world effort that we need to know. And absolutely, so many people are connected, just as Miss Crystal Davis, she's connected as well as so many people, but it is so many people in the world. So please just know that here I want to edify you too, and I do know that it takes a team, and we want to meet more people, and some people are already in positions to do certain things as well, and you may even be owners of the car lots. And I was sharing on another podcast, there's owners of gas stations and so forth too. So it's a wraparound for everything that somebody needs in every community and in every capacity. So please know that nobody's left out. We don't want to leave anybody behind here on the Go to Work Future Billionaires YouTube channel. And with that in mind, everybody is a champion. You're doing great things. You want to impact the world in a great way. You are appreciated. And this song is very adamant. And this is one of Willie Davis's nephews, and his name is Lance, that created this beat and the hook. So shout out to everybody. We'll be back to wrap up the Willie Davis entourage of days and weeks now, events and wonderful connections of people tomorrow morning. So until tomorrow, have a great day.
In the field playing deep like a Willie Davis. I'm a boss man like a Willie Davis. Call me champion like a Willie Davis. Really, I'm a stand-up guy like I'm Willie Davis. Yeah, we gon' win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis. Always win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis.
Willie Davis, a legend on the field, a force to be reckoned with. His rivals will yield. A Hall of Famer, his legacy is sealed. A champion with heart, his passion was real. Willie Davis, a true NFL great. His name will echo through history's gate. His story inspires, his spirit won't fade. He's a hero of many. His impact was made. Off the field, he was a businessman. His resilience and persistence, a winning plan. Man of character, his values ran deep, a role model.
In the field playing deep like a Willie Davis. I'm a boss man like a Willie Davis. Call me champion like a Willie Davis. Really, I'm a stand-up guy like I'm Willie Davis. Yeah, we gon' win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis. Always win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis.
Hard work pays off. Willie's life's a testament. He rose to the top with dedication. From humble beginnings, he forged a legacy, a true inspiration. Education was key. His mind he did home. Before he was a star, he proved he could own his success on the field. A lesson to all that learn is the foundation that help us stand tall. He never forgot where he came from. His love for his city, his roots were not gone. He gave back, he inspired, he did not forget. A true role model with no regret. A champion's spirit, his will to achieve. His love for the game we all could perceive. But more than a player, he cared for his neighbors, his city, his friends. His legacy lives on. His impact transcends beyond the gridiron. His life's a testament of kindness and strength.
In the field playing D like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a boss man like I'm Willie Davis. Call me champion like I'm Willie Davis. Really, I'm a stand-up guy like I'm Willie Davis. Yeah, we gon' win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis. I always win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like